Guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Bree from with Live Free, and today I am going to do a process video of me making some embellishments using KSCraft's A2 baking, what is this, a A2 baking frame die. So this is what the die looks like, and I'll have this link down below for you guys. It's to create a card. So it has like a card front, and then it has a layering piece, and then some pieces that you can make a, you know, to decorate the card with. But again, I decided to do some embellishments with it. And then I'm also going to be using the card base to create a bag topper. So that's what I'm going to do in today's video. And I've kind of already prepped a couple of things, but so right here, and sorry if I sound weird, I am sick, but I really wanted to try to do a video for you guys. So this is what the card frame looks like. It kind of looks like a Valentine's Day theme one, where it has like little hearts on the top, that die cut, and then it has that faux stitching on the side. Well, I die cut that out of red cardstock, like really heavyweight, and then I did die cut this pearl pink paper. I don't know if you guys can see, but that is to layer on top. And those are the two frame dies that you get. And then I did also die cut this, and this is just the layering piece, and I used cards or pattern paper from Frank Garcia's Candy Cane Lane. And when was this? I think it was 2 years ago. So I'm using it still because I have a bunch of it, and so I have a ton of this left. So I use that for the packaging part, and then for my packaging I always like to use acetate or transparency sheets. So I normally use transparency sheets for the packaging just because acetate costs a little bit more. So I decided to cut that down to the same size as this piece right here, and that'll all come together like this once I put it in a bag. So what I'm going to do first is start off with the embellishments, and then we'll move on to the packaging. Okay, I had to grab a cellophane bag to package everything in. So got that, and it fits perfectly, so thank goodness for that. I was scared I wasn't going to have one. But let me show you guys what these are going to look like. I made a couple of them, and they're just little baking sheets with like drying, or what are that, cooling racks, and they're just holding some cookies and little gingerbread cookies. And the gingerbreads do come from an older die, which I have a video on last year, which I'll link down below if you guys are interested in it. But I'll have this die also down below if it's available, which it should be because the last video I posted this was. So this is a Christmas banner or garland die, and I just use that to create the little gingerbread. So what I'm going to do is take my cooling rack. I did leave a cookie not glued so that you guys can kind of see what you would do for it, but it's basically like any other layering die. You would take the top layering piece, which has the holes, and then the solid one, and the solid goes on the bottom. And I'm just going to add some glue. So I'm just going to line this up and glue it down. I'm just going to let that sit and dry, so that way while I'm putting the other stuff together, then it'll be glued down. Okay, so now I'm going to remove the backings off of this here. And you know what? I did not take out my other tool. It's okay. And I'm just going to place these on here. Okay, so I did the top row, which is a cookie, gingerbread, and a cookie. And then at the bottom, I'm gonna do the opposite. So for the foam tape that I use, I'm using scrapbook.com adhesive foam tape. I actually really like these because they're sticky, but also they're the perfect height. They're not too thick. I prefer that just because I do add a lot of dimension to my projects. So sometimes I want certain things not too popped up since I'll be adding more layers. But yeah, I'll have those linked down below as well. Okay, so this is what it looks like. And I'm going to put foam on the back of each cookie. And the foam that I'm going to be using for this is going to be a different foam. And it's just these circle ones that I have. Sorry. Scrapbook.com, or Scrapbook Adhesives, I think is what it is. They have these, which I will link down below as well. And I'm just going to add them to the cookies since they're the perfect size. And then this is what we'll glue down onto the acetate when we're ready. So I'm going to go ahead and set this aside with the others. Okay. Next I'm going to move on to this right here. So this has that little sentiment piece that says with baked with love, and that comes from this die. I don't know if I said that earlier, but it does come with that sentiment. Sorry, you hear Kalea, my daughter, coughing. But yeah, so this is a little sentiment that says baked with love that comes with this die, and I just used the layering piece, the top part. I didn't want to use the bottom layer, just because I'm going to glue it right here at the bottom. I'm just going to use some liquid glue. Okay, so I'm going to actually let this dry because I am going to put some sequins and stuff on the inside with this, and if the glue is still wet on some of these parts, it'll get stuck. So I'm just going to give that a little bit to dry, and I'm just going to work on the actual bag topper. So I'm just going to clip this down with a clip here. Okay, so these flowers, or these poinsettias and the leaves here, these come from a KSCraft Die also that was from last year, and it looks like this. And I still have some left over, but yeah, so that is going to, let's do this side. Oh wait, no, let's do this. Yeah, so I went ahead and I grabbed a couple of those to put onto here. And I think what I'm going to do is add some stitching to this 25 piece. And let me see, because I'm going to use one of these. As the embellishment, so. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and add stitching to this part. This piece right here. And you know, while I'm at it, I'm just gonna glue, or not glue, but I'm gonna also stitch this pocket before I add the sequins, so at least it'll be stitched. I forgot that I was gonna do stitching, so this is gonna be stitched on, but that's fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and stitch all these down, and this, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and I stitched this with pink thread that I already had in my machine. Not the best, but I went around the whole thing. And then this one right here, I left the top open because I am going to be creating a little shaker. But all around the edge, I don't know if you guys can see, but I did do a stitch, and then here's the bottom. Because I forgot that I was going to stitch it, so that's what it looks like, but that's what that looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and just, should I let this dry more? Let's just let that dry a little bit more. And I'm going to put this on here. Okay, and then again, there's foam tape on the back already. So I'm just going to remove those. Okay, so that's what that's looking like. And I'm actually going to glue this now, but I'm just going to do the top so the bottom kind of flares open. Okay. Cute. And then, oh, I forgot about this. This was supposed to go under here. Oops. I could still add it. Okay. And then I'm going to have these poinsettia flowers that I had pre-made from last year, and I'm going to glue those onto there. Okay. So now that that's done, I am going to add some stuff to the outer edge. I think once I'm done with the packaging. Or should I just do it now? Well, I have these. This is from Dress My Craft. I don't know if it's still available. I've had this in my stash for a really long time. But it's just some like shaker mixes. And this is a crystal Mickey mix. And I'm going to add the little, they look like sugar cubes type thing. So I'm going to add those to here. Okay, so I went ahead and I added diamond dots and some of those little sugar things that I showed you guys. But I don't know if you guys can see up here, I went ahead and I added 3. And then 3 here. And then just scatter them around. Where? So cute. Okay. So now I'm going to finish this off right here. And I'm going to add my sequins. I think I'm just going to go with this. And then add a couple of trees from this one. These are from Creative Mojo Wholesale Studio. And I think I'm going to go with these 2. Okay, so I'll just dump it in here. Okay, and I don't want it to be too bulky. That's why I kind of took some out. Because I am going to put these on here. And these are pretty, like, thin. I don't know if you guys can see the lines of the rack are pretty thin. So if it's bulky, it's going to warp the embellishment. So I just took a couple out. And then I'm going to add some trees. And seal it up. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and seal this up now with my sewing machine and then come back to finish off the rest of the packaging. Okay, so here is the pocket, or not the pocket, but the backing of the embellishments, and it's a shaker. And I'm just going to leave these, but I'm just going to trim them off a little bit. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is glue these on. And these are going to get put onto here like this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue these down. And what I do is I put hot glue. I don't remove, sorry, I cannot breathe. The backings of the foam tape, I don't take those off. I just put some hot glue on there. And I just glue it on like this. I'm going to do it a little bit lower because I am going to put that bag topper on top, so I want to make sure this is not going to be covered. And I'm going to go ahead and do this side. And they're ready to use. So once you pull the embellishment off, even if the little backings of the foam tape comes off, they're just ready to use. They're just ready to use, but look how cute those look on there. And then it has the little baked with love at the bottom. Okay, and here is the bag topper. Remove this. And then I'm going to put it in the baggie. So I was like, wait a second. So you can do this if you don't have bags. You can do this, but it wouldn't, there's nothing to protect this really. So I'm going to put it into the cellophane bag. Honestly, I just looked through my cellophane bucket and picked what I felt looked like it would fit, and it does. And again, I'm not going to go all the way because this is going to go in here like so. And so I'm just going to fold this over. Okay. And then this is going to get glued onto there like this. So I'm going to add hot glue to the bottom first. and then glue this down. And then do the same thing to the top and glue that down. So I guess really I didn't have to put these down. I could have moved them up more, but it's fine. They're already on there. But here's how it looks. This is the bag topper with the embellishment on there, and then these are some embellishments that you can give to somebody and then they can use for themselves on projects. Here's the back. So you can put some pattern paper on the back here if you'd like, and then they could just unseal the bag, and then they could reuse the packaging as well. But how cute did that turn out? I love little mini dies. They are one of my favorites. They are tedious to put together if you have like layering dies, but they do make the projects, they do pull in the projects together, because when you have bigger dies and you have nothing small to kind of like balance it out with, it's really hard. So I'm always loving mini dies. But there it is, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this little process video that I had. I will be having a project share coming out soon, so just keep an eye out for that. That'll be my last part for the KSCraft project shares that I'll have, because I wasn't sure if I was going to do a process video for this, but I decided why not. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys have any questions, you can leave them down below. I will have all the products used in this video as well linked down below for your guys' reference. But I hope you guys have a great day, whatever day it is that y'all are watching this, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!